Hey guys, AK John here. Welcome back to this episode of Adventures in Kalashnikov. Today we have a really cool gun to show you. This is a Saiga Sporter converted to AK104. So it's got the 12.5-inch barrel, combo block, and all the goodies. This thing looks really good. It's very manageable, and it's my absolute favorite barrel length for an AK. Let's take this guy over to the bench and give you guys a detailed look and all the work we did. All right guys, here you have it. This is the Saiga Sporter converted to AK104. We got a ton of work into this guy. It's a beautiful, beautiful gun, shoots great, very accurate. And it's finished in Russian black paint supplied by International Milko. It's beautiful stuff. I love that, the way the finish comes out. So let's start up front. We got our AK104 booster. This is an actual Russian combo block. Fit really well on this barrel. We had to cut the barrel down to 12.5 inches. And we had to turn the profile back to fit the combo block, and of course face and crown the barrel for a nice accurate shot. We added the handguard retainer, lower handguard retainer, and of course we had to do the handguard retainer cut on the barrel, which we prefer to do ourselves all the time. So if you ever send us a kit with a barrel, we prefer it without the handguard retainer cut. And of course the AK100 series gas tube. Let's go back to that the lower handguard retainer. You can see the AK100 series and the AK74 series, they're actually captive. The retainer goes all the way up and around. A regular 47 would allow this handguard to slide up, but this AK100 series, AK74 style lower handguard retainer is captive. It's really cool. Just a neat little feature, something to make note of if you guys want to do a conversion yourself. This is the original rear sight block. It was removed only to put the barrel in the lathe, put back in, nothing special. So coming back here to the trunnion, nothing special there. Bump rivet still installed. We don't remove that trunnion at all. Of course, we cut the latch slot, and the hole for the pivot here on the bottom, all fitted to the correct specifications. Standard scope rail, same top cover, no modifications again. We add, well, on this particular one, usually we'll replace this entire trigger guard with an AK-74 or AK-100 style lower trigger guard. But on this guy here, we actually took the original Saiga Sporter and cut this here off of it and welded it. It's actually welded right here to the original mag catch. But you never tell, it looks just like it was came that way. Really cool stuff. Moving back, we added the pistol grip reinforcement plate along with the side folding rear trunnion. Some things to note: the Sporter has holes here that are weld filled and smooth, so you can't tell they're there. They have a hole here, and a slot for the bolt hold open, which is all deleted. And of course, there's also a hole back here. All that was in the Sporter configuration. Of course, we weld fill all that, smooth it out, paint it over, no longer there. And of course, we got our beautiful Izmash side folding stock. And of course, we put the slab side in here just for effect. I love the slab side mags. Beautiful. Let's flip this guy over and take a look at all the work on the other side. All right, here we are on the other side of the Saiga Sporter conversion to AK104. Again, the Russian front sight block and booster. Barrel, here's that lower handguard retainer again. Original rear sight block. Original trunnion, barrel pin's the same. All this is factory. Now we get to the selector. So two ways to go about changing the selector or replacing the selector. You can buy an AK-74 style, an AK-100 style, or you can do like we did here and you weld fill the old dimple and you make your own. So that's what we did with this particular build, and it works good, no issues. So moving on, the selector lever has to hit these notches. The original Sporter configuration has no notches at all, and it does have selector markings, only the S and the F, and we weld fill and scrub those markings, and of course we etch in the correct Russian selector markings here. So that turned out really nice. Again, back to the lower trigger guard, welded up, made to look just like the correct version. And again, the rear folding stock, rear folding trunnion was cut in. Everything's nice and straight, great cuts, everything fits good. So yeah, again with the Saiga Sporter conversion, had two extra holes here that was welded, and of course the same holes on the bottom that I showed you already. So basically the basic Sporter conversion is going to be front end barrel work, usually a front sight block gas block replacement or an upgrade to the combo, along with weld filling and smoothing all the holes, correct selector lever, notches, markings. That's all part of the conversion. And of course you can either go with a fixed stock or like this folder here, we can cut that in for you. Yeah, these guns are really nice once they're converted. They're one of my favorites, especially the 12.5-inch barrel. 7.62 out of a 12.5-inch barrel is just, it seems like it was meant to be. Very accurate, very easy to stay on target. Very nice guns. Let's take a look one more time here. There you go. Well, let me fold this guy up so you can take a look with it folded. All right, here's the nice compact package with this guy all folded up. Pretty nice, very small. The rear trunnion, everything looks really good. Nice and smooth. And of course, to release the front latch, you got this thumb button here. Just push that in, it pops open, and it locks into place. Just like that. I love these proof marks and this cast in Izmash logo. Really cool. I think there's a couple different styles of this stock, if I remember correctly. Maybe somebody can mention down in the comments if they know for sure. Because I know one had a different style push button head carry. I think it was square maybe, or rectangular. That was pretty cool. I think it was on a Venezuelan contract, Saiga, to be honest. But yeah, AK104. Alright guys, well that about wraps it up for this episode of Adventures in Kalashnikov. Of course, this guy's really nice, smooth, great trigger, fun to shoot, really fun to shoot. One thing I didn't mention over on the bench is that you do have to replace or install a bullet guide in here. There's 3 different ways to do it, and it really depends on your budget, on how you'd like it done. There's one that is threaded in. You drill and tap the trunnion. One other way is to weld it in. I've seen it welded in on a bunch of them. Or you can also have it riveted in. When you rivet it in, you have to actually drill all the way through the trunnion and through the sheet metal on the receiver so you can get a rivet buck in there so you can smash the rivet on the backside. And we did that on this one. Also, I'd like to go ahead and say thank you to all of our customers that send cool guns like this in for us to work on. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do or bring this content to everybody out there. So thank you guys, and keep sending your stuff in. And you guys can email me and ask me questions or get estimates, lead times. Just reach out to us at www.appalachiangunworks.com. Well, that's our website. You can go to our Gmail, which is appalachiangunworks@gmail.com. That works better. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.